So for this week's video, I'm going to talk about high drama at the campsite because Sue got stung by a wasp, and not just any old place, but on her tongue. So a few people have said, did you film it? You must have been filming it. And of course, that would just be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Because I would have helped her, not filmed it. But anyway, hopefully we'll capture a bit of the aftermath. The other things I'm going to talk about, as usual, I'll talk about a couple of sites that we've stayed at and give you a bit of information in case you find that useful. Fairview Farm, which is near Stockbridge, one that we know quite well. We've been there a number of times, so we'll keep going back because we like it. And then a new one to us, which is the Slindon Camping and Caravan Club site. And we'll tell you a little bit about that as well. So as always, give us that big thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, clang the little bell to get the weekly notifications, and why not share it with other people as well. So Fairview Farm, which is just outside Stockbridge in Hampshire, is a nice little caravan and motorhome club CL site that, as I said earlier, we have stayed at on a number of occasions. When we were both working and still working, it was a nice easy site to get to, not too far from home, so we could be away for a weekend without a big fuss and a long drive. But whilst it's great for us now, is because we're close enough for Dan, my son, to drop the car off to us. And because we're picking Darcy up, and Darcy's coming on her holidays with us for a few weeks, it gives us a bit more flexibility to have the car. And the added bonus of that is the last few weeks, or probably even the last 4 weeks, parcels that we've needed or things that we've needed, we've been ordering as we used to when we lived in a house, ordering them to be delivered to home. And Dan brought all the parcels up, and probably the most exciting thing in those set of parcels was my new CADAC. And it's the CADAC, what's it called? The Safari Chef 30. It's just by my feet here, which is why I looked down. And I did quite a lot of research, and I chatted to a few people, and some people said that actually it's quite expensive for what it is. But I love it, and it packs away really neatly. And I bought 2 cables, 2 hoses with it. The one that attaches to the outside of the van, which is great, and the other one so I can have a little gas cylinder, so it gives you that flexibility if you don't want to set it up next to the van, or you're going out for a day and you want to take the barbecue with you. So I'll show you a bit about that. I love it, so that's a lot of fun. Now, also the flexibility of having the car at Stockbridge meant we were able to drive down to Stockbridge Common, and there's a little river that runs through the kind of common stroke marshland there. And because it's been so hot, anything near water is brilliant to keep the dogs nice and cool. We're at our next location, which is a site we've never stayed at before, in a place called Slyndon. It's the Camping and Caravan Club site, and I'm out currently in the woods with Archie and Fudge. We're just walking. In fact, Archie's lying down already. The heat is building, so we're staying in the shade as much as we possibly can. We're going to try and get some water today so we can get the dogs, get them down to the beach, let them splash about in the water and stay cool. So that's it for now. Oh, Sue, we have Darcy now. Predictably, Sue and Darcy are out running because she's much better behaved than Fudge and a good running partner. I'm in the water now, no wetsuit needed. It's beautiful, hot, sunny, and it's actually, frankly, really nice to be in the water and staying cool. And I think somewhere behind me, Sue's making her way into the water as well. So it's great, fabulous. kept my flip-flops on this time, so when I get out, it doesn't hurt my feet. That's a trick I did learn from open water swimming, is I don't like hurty feet. I'm in the sea today and I am loving it. Absolutely loving it. No, this feels really weird. Sue's not here. I'm in the van by myself. And we've had an amazing thing happen tonight, which is why I'm here by myself. So I took the dogs out for their final, wee-wees before we started to tuck ourselves into bed. And when I got back, Sue said, I think I should tell you, I've just been stung on the tongue by a wasp. One had jumped into her wine glass. Anyway, so a little bit later, after a phone call to 111, they've sent an ambulance for her, and her tongue has been swelling quite a lot, and she's talking like that now, and it's nothing to do with alcohol. She's just got a very big tongue, and she's struggling to speak. So they've taken her to the hospital. Normally, of course, I would go with her, but I can't, because we've got 3 dogs. We've got Darcy here as well. So I'm kind of awake, waiting for a phone call or something to say, I think she's going to be all right. They're not worried about her. They're just saying because of where the wasp has stung her, they're worried about, the tipping point where she might not be able to then, I guess, it could block her airways. So, anyway, there we go. Drama. I'll let you know how we get on. So I did promise you last night that I'd let you know what happened and how we got on. So the most important thing is Sue's still here. She's alive. That is faring much better than the wasp has fared, because she spat the wasp out and frankly has murdered it. But I wasn't there. I couldn't film it. Some people have asked me, did I film the whole thing? Where the dog's struggling again. Darcy, come here. Darcy, come here. That way. So, there's always an element of making things up as we go along when we've got dogs. So anyway, I wasn't there, didn't film it. I haven't got the wasp stinging the big tongue. But I thought I'd let Sue tell you what happened, because she was there.
Just to let you all know, I'm feeling fine now. My tongue is still a little bit swollen, but nowhere near as bad as it was last night. Still a little bit like any wasp sting. It's still a little bit stingy.
No, you can't put cream on, can you?
No.
If you had a wasp sting, you'd put cream on, but it's on her tongue.
Yeah. So anyway, I was taking a sip of my wine, and I didn't realise there was a wasp in there, and as soon as I took the sip, it stung me on the tongue, so I immediately spat it out.
Can you give us a demonstration of that?
No. But unfortunately the wasp had already gone down the sink, so it sadly died.
So we rang 911, no, not 911, where am I? I'm still in the UK.
111.
Yeah, and went through the series of questions, and they said, we're sending an ambulance. But anyway, the long and short of it is, Sue's alive, the wasp is dead, the wine got wasted, that's the biggest tragedy of all of this. But everybody's okay now, and Sue's recovering. It might take a little bit of time before she's got a normal sized tongue. But as you can see, she can even speak okay today. Darcy incident.
Darcy, come this way. Come on, Darcy. That's a good girl.
Uh-oh. Who knows what's going to happen next? I think we're going to call it a day, because...
let me show them Darcy.
Oh, Darcy's coming into shop now.
Darcy.
Sue loves Darcy. It is called the Slindon Camping and Caravan Club site. We've never been here before. It's a really nice little site actually. It's got no facilities. You've got obviously chemical waste, you've got water, There are some pitches, largely grass pitches. In fact, I'm not even sure they've got any hard standing, but there are pitches with electrical hookup. So if you're here at a later time of year, I guess that's quite handy. It's right outside the site. There are multiple woodland walks, so great for our dogs. Their dogs just love that, and it's nice and cool as well because it's all nice and shady. Not an awful lot more to say. The staff here were absolutely brilliant, particularly when Sue was stung by the wasp. It was about, I'm guessing it was about 10 o'clock when I was banging on their door and asking them, can we go to the end of the drive and watch out for an ambulance, and they were only too happy to help us. They were about to go to bed, but they stayed and helped us out, which was absolutely brilliant. So big thank you to Camping and Caravan Club site. I think we would definitely say they have that title of the friendly club for a reason. We went to Climping Beach, not far from Littlehampton, but a little bit down the coast, and not quite as busy, although it was busy when we were there, but we were there on a Saturday. It's the middle of the school holidays, and it was a very, very hot day, so lots of people there, but as I say, probably not as busy as nearby places, and dog friendly. So me, the dogs, and even Sue had a little bit of a swim and a splash and a cool off. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope some of the information that we've given you is helpful, useful. If you enjoy similar things to us, let us know. Send us some comments, and we'll try and cover the kind of things that you're interested in.